So I'm not sure how to say that kid's name, but it's Mikey Musumeci. Musumeci, he's Italian. But yeah, so this is what I'm trying to say. It was just amazing because that was flowing through my head, and then I ran it. This thing just popped up, and I just clicked on it and watched it real quick, and I was like, wow. So okay, if the number one jiu-jitsu pound for pound in the world, that means he could literally wrap up and whoop 95% of anybody's ass in the whole world. Elite doing elite things, right? And he's eating pizza and pasta every night for a year, for 3 years, I'm sorry. That's all his diet consists of. That makes no sense to anybody, right? It makes perfect sense to me. It makes 100% perfect sense to me. And this is why I'm saying I'm not ready to change my diet. I'm not ready to do that yet. I can only change so much at a time. I mean, I've been through a lot, and I can do a lot, and I can force myself through a lot of shit, but man, god damn it, man, I need something I can lean back on at this moment, and I believe in my diet, so I have to stick with my diet for right now. At least till I finish off all the fucking T-bone in my fridge. But yeah, man, my things with diet, see, and this is the thing with diet is just another thing to divide people, man. It is like, these people hate each other. Like, vegans hate meat eaters, and this type of diet person hates that type of diet person, and this type of diet person thinks all the rest are crazy and out of their mind. I mean, it's nuts, man. And then the diet works great for this person, but doesn't work for that person, and and I think it just, it might have to do with blood type or whatever, and I think it all has to do up here. Blood type is next, I would imagine, along with a couple other factors, physical factors. But like I said, I think we're just introducing something to our bodies that was never meant to be introduced. So we're literally poisoning our bodies. When you're on a fast, you're detoxing, right? You're detoxing. As soon as you put anything in your mouth, as soon as anything goes into your fucking mouth, you are now retoxing. You're reuptaking the toxins. Therefore, that's why you want the cleanest fucking food, et cetera, et cetera. That's why you would think, just off the top of your head, you would think fruits and vegetables. Duh, right? But for me, that's not the case. I've done too much research, too much studying, too much experimenting with myself to see how I feel. And I have found that the chemicals and the GMOs and everything else that's in these fruits and vegetables, the lack of nutrients from soil, everything. I mean, the whole 9 yards, that I'm not getting anything from fruit or vegetables that my body needs. I feel like I'm actually hurting myself worse most of the time. Now, I can actually taste the difference. I can taste the difference. If I go out in an apple orchard and I eat an apple right off the thing, I can taste the difference in my body. When I say taste, I don't mean here in my mouth. I mean my body. I can feel a difference, right? Yeah. I can feel a fucking difference, man. But when I eat store-bought, I can't. I don't go away from eating it and feel, oh, I feel healthy. I feel good, That's not how I walk away from eating that stuff. But my meat diet, I do. I walk away from it, and I literally am just doing it to satisfy my desire for hunger. Because I realize now that our body produces all of these fucking vitamins, all of these goddamn nutrients, everything. Even creatine. When I first, and I'll tell you, when I first figured that shit out, I was probably, when did I start taking creatine? I started taking creatine when I was in the military. And then I was taking it when I got out, and then it was like a year after I got out. I had read some research, like a scientific paper on creatine, right? And I found out that your body produced between 3 to 5 grams or whatever it is of creatine every day. Your body naturally produced that. And then what happens is, so my creatine consumption was 10 grams of creatine taken orally. And yeah, man, I mean, you feel the pump. Back then, that was just plain old creatine powder, white creatine powder. They didn't even have any of the mixing stuff. None of that shit back then. And dude, you can feel the pump, and you can see it. You'll see your muscles visibly rounded out and pump because it draws the water to your muscles. That's why it helps you recover, right? Well, come to find out, our bodies produce 3 to 5 grams of that creatine naturally every fucking day. So all I was doing was I was doubling the dose of what my body naturally gives me. So of course, naturally, you're going to get that effect. But guess what happens? You quit taking creatine. That water, because all it is water retention, it takes that water back out. It's a big scam, guys. It's a big fucking joke. Now, creatine is good. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't think you need anything, though. I don't think we need to put anything in our fucking mouths. So that's when I found out, and I went and I got off creatine right away. Right the fuck away. And it was like a battle. I was like, wait the fuck a minute, man. You're telling me my body... And this is after reading... I mean, guys, I was reading tons and tons of shit. I first found out about the mind-muscle connection reading Arnold Schwarzenegger's book. Back... God, I don't even remember when I first read that. I had been a young teenager. And found the mind-muscle connection, and it always stuck with me. And then... I remember I read it again after I got out of the military, and then it clicked. It clicked, that mind-muscle connection. Man, my pumps were just amazing. My workouts were just blown through the fucking roof just with that mind-muscle connection. I realized how important that was. That was way back in 2001. And even Arnold talked about it back then. So this shit is known, these things are hidden. And when you talk about these things, of course you're talking about them in your peer circle. So of course your peer circle, that kind of stuff, that shit isn't talked about, nobody's like, what the fuck, you weird motherfucker, So yeah, all of this is going back to the fact that diet, it's an informed decision. I'm not an idiot. I know from standard thinking that fruits and veggies would probably be the best diet to be on. But I'm not willing to do it at all. And I'm not even willing to incorporate it into my all meat diet. Because of the way that sugars interact with the protein and for digestion issues. So I'm not even going there. So I'm hoping that Vicky will understand what I'm talking about, because I don't want to spend time on this with her, because I'm already grounded. This is where my foot's laid. This is where I'm at until I am led in a different direction. That's pretty much how it goes.